Good morning, friends. It's me, Aggie, and we're going to be sketching again today. We're doing these wildflowers. I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I think it's a great way to improve your paintings too. So if you're an artist wanting to get better at your sketching and your paintings, I invite you to join me. I've done, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these, I believe, and they're all called Sketching Wildflowers. So we talk about building a composition and observation skills and things like that. And it really lends itself to the whole artistic process. And I think it's a fun way to start the day. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn this camera off and just um, focus on our one camera here. So if you're joining me on replay, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. Drop a comment below. Good morning. How are you? CB Ricardino, you changed your name. How are you? um, I know who you are, CB. I like that. CB. So this is the one I've chosen for today. What do you think of this one? Let me move this down. Everything is wide today, so a little bit of a challenge. There we go. I think that'll work. Okay. I don't know what these are. Oh, it says Pasque flower. Pasque flower? I've never heard of that. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and just use my continuous line rough sketching. I like to use continuous line, which means you basically put your pencil down and really don't lift it up. I mean, you don't have to be that stringent about it, but I like using it to kind of connect things together, which is a very good principle for your paintings even, because you want to look at masses and shapes and how they connect with each other. So when I look at this one, hey CB, which one of these do you think would be a really good focal point? It's kind of funny. This one looks different on the monitor, on my monitor, my iMac. This one looks like a bluish color. It looks very different from the other ones. That could easily be a focal point, but I just don't think it's as pretty. Maybe this would be a really great focal point. So what I would do is kind of plan out, when you're doing your sketch, you want it to be in the same proportion, the same aspect ratio as your final piece. And I'm not really going to concern myself with that because this is just a sketchbook practice. But if you're sketching for a piece that you want to actually paint, then you'd want to plan that out. You'd want to use the same aspect ratio. And aspect ratio just simply means the length and the width. Like for instance, we're going to be starting on a painting, a really big one. It's like 12 by 24. So that's a 1:2 aspect ratio, if that makes sense. So anyway, whenever you have that aspect ratio figured out, then you want to draw like a tic-tac-toe on there so that you're using the rule of thirds. And wherever you have the intersection of these third marks, that's a great place to have a focal point. So hopefully you can kind of see that. And I'm thinking that this one would be great to land right here on this focal point. So I'm going to go ahead, put him in here. He's looking straight at us. There's another one right next to him, almost the same size. Maybe I'll make him a tiny bit smaller. Then there's one right here. And then there's this guy that is really kind of oblong. Now we do want to vary our shapes. There's one here that's going to kind of be behind to connect these two. And then you also, you do want to connect your shapes. Stem here. This one has a stem here. And then there's this guy here. This one I'm going to pull down and separate off a little bit. Okay, then there's a bud looking weird guy here, another guy here. Maybe then we'll simplify this a little and just put one that's half off and not even put that guy. So that sometimes when there's space around your focal point, that helps create focus as well. And then there's this one and this one going off. So I'm almost creating a line right here, which I think is going to be good. This one is pointing away, and instead of pointing away, I'm going to point him this way. I'm going to point him this way instead to help us out. And so this could be what leads our eye in. And maybe then we'll jump over here and look at this and go this way. Come back in this way. So you do want to think about an eye path. I know you can't really see it much right now. I'll make it a little bit darker. Oblong, open flower. Now this one is pointing out. Maybe instead of pointing out, I'll have him pointing this way. I think that would be better. This one's going to point this way. This one is pointing out, but it kind of leads us into, I think. Then these are kind of really centered, and this one is really centered. And this one will hopefully make it look like it's pointing in. So hopefully you can see them a little bit better now. All right, take a sip of coffee. So now I'm going to plan out those centers, and I basically want to make them have some direction. So I'm going to put petals in just really rough. Here's one that's kind of folded over. Just rough, quick shapes like this. This one kind of crosses over in front of that one. I like that. Okay, so there's one. And here's his stem. Going to go like that. Let's do this one. That one. These are 6-petal flowers, right? Yeah. But this one kind of comes up kind of big. So I'm kind of using just angled lines, just straight lines, so that I really see those. Now this is a tangent. See how the stem is lining up right with that? So we want to fix that. That is no good. That's better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta put 2 more petals in here. This one is kind of going off. So these guys really kind of fold over and stuff, which is kind of fun to depict. Okay, so there's that one. And his stem, or her stem, would be like that. Maybe there's a leaf coming off. So the leaves can kind of help. Just noticing that, yeah, the leaves can help bring our eye in. So like this leaf, I can make these leaves point in and lead the viewer's eye where I want it to be. Like long pointing leaves. I like that. Okay, so we got that one. Now this one, I'm going to make him a little bit bigger too. There's one. Two. Three. 4, 5, 6. Okay. This one, it's like, it comes like this, then it folds this way and folds this way. It's got a couple different folds going on. You see that? Which is really interesting. Good morning, Lynn. How are you? Now, these are going to tuck behind this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Crazy leaves all over the place. Okay. Then there's this guy. So I guess this center needs to come over a little bit more. And this petal kind of does this thing. It's kind of crossing over on its center a little bit. Mostly we see this petal. Oh, there's one here that's really foreshortened. Then there's one here. And then here's this one. And the stamens are like the oval. There is this one center thing in here, which that kind of helps. It's like a giant teardrop thing, for lack of a better word. This one we're seeing it straight on. I didn't even notice it till just now. It's like a purple little stameny kind of thing. This one, there's a closed one here, so that's kind of interesting. Put that in. And this one, make the stem come around like this. Okay, this stem. This is another tangent. That's not good. Want to bring that over a little bit more so it doesn't, overlap right there. Okay. All right, then got one back here that we really don't see much of. kind of looks like it's closed also. Okay, and then this one, I think it is okay that it's pointing this way. And the center is really hidden. Okay, there's that one. It's kind of a little hard to make out. That one, okay. Let's see. Another sip of coffee. So this one, I have to reverse it. I mean, we're really seeing a profile of it, and I really want it to point this way. So maybe a bunch of leaves going this way. Okay, and then another one. This one's going to be doing the same thing, pointing downward. Maybe it's even coming in from outside of the frame. And there's another one here. Kind of doing the same thing. Okay, it's kind of Van Gogh looking now. So it's interesting. It's got quite a bit of movement. Okay, now this one. This is a fun one. Okay, big center. I see this leaf really, I mean, this petal really coming in. Let me see this one. This one kind of comes back in. This one. Yeah. Comes down. Points back up also. That. Okay. Then this one is just going to be another one that kind of points in. Okay. I think we got it. All right. So now that we have it all sketched out, maybe this petal should point a little bit more downward. These two petals, they're kind of leading us out a little bit. Okay, so now we'll start with our fine liner, an oh 05. Morning, Shelley. Oh, not our oh 05, our oh 01. I did that yesterday too. I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, so I'm going to start with these looser ones back here, I think. So this one needs to be in front of that one, so I'm going to do this one first. And I'm really going to try and just be a lot quicker and looser today. Okay. All right, then there's another one behind it. I think this one's a little bit messed up, but I think that's okay. Okay, then this one comes in from outside. Oh, let's get this stem on this one. Okay, then this one comes this way. And these just aren't going to be as detailed because they just don't really matter as much. Okay, and then this one comes this way. All right, let's erase some of that. It's so abstract, it's kind of hard to see it all. So this one really shows you the importance of line and how you can have movement and a path for the viewer's eye. I think we're creating that. And it's just fun. Okay, this would probably be a really great one to paint. And that's another thing. I like sketching like this. It kind of inspires you to realize, wow, this would be a great painting, you know? Okay, so now let's come over here to this side again, staying just loose and really not thinking about all these little leaves and things too much. because they're just not as important. Okay, and now I think I'm ready to do this guy. So I'm gonna start with this petal that's in the foreground, and it's basically a triangle, and then you draw the back of the petal. So there's the back of the petal, and then there's this triangle that's folding over and pointing in. It's basically the premise of these particular flowers. And I am simplifying them because, it's just kind of a rough sketch, so it's okay. Yes, I did create a tangent here. This is a good way to make this one a focal point, because I have this triangle pointing right at this circle, which I kind of think I like that because that might be a way to lead the eye in and then bring you around. You can have more than one focal point. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of hard not to only have one focal point. Wait, did I just say that right? It's hard to have only one focal point, is what I meant to say. Okay, so here's one that isn't really opened yet. And again, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I just want to make it kind of look like a pod, I guess. Okay. And then maybe there's a couple of these that are behind. And they're kind of crossing behind each other. Pointing to this guy. Okay. So let's erase these lines. And you know me, well, hopefully you know me by now. The stamens are the fun part, drawing in those centers. Okay, so I am liking that a lot. Yeah, what were these called again? Pasque flowers? I've never heard of them. I, they kind of look like the ones that people have on vines on the side of their house that I've heard are very hard to grow. Okay, so now we're getting to the more important flowers over here. All right, so let's do this guy first. This petal we had to kind of make really long to not hit that stem. This one kind of curls a little bit. We see the back side of the curl. And this one's coming in. Make it a little more pronounced. Okay, I think that's it. And I'm going to put this guy in here. This is that center thing. Okay, so that's him. I'm going to put his stem in here. Again, everything's pointing to the most important one. The stem behind here from one of those other guys. I don't know which. Okay, he looks pretty good. Let's go back up to this one now. It's kind of disconnected here. I guess that's okay. This is the stem for this guy. Maybe it's gonna kind of curve this way. I kind of like that idea. Okay, so you need to have these triangles that are pointing in towards the center to make that look like a closed flower. And then we want this one next to it to overlap a little bit. So let's see, there is kind of a shape like that. And then this next one comes out like this. And actually does kind of point back in. Making that a little bit longer. I'm going to make this a little bit longer too, or taller rather. And this stamen I had over a little bit too much. I'm going to put it here instead. So let's erase that. Yeah, that's better. So I'm not drawing the center stamens in yet. I'm leaving that part for, be doing that in a few minutes. That really makes a big difference when you get those in there. Okay. Gosh, I love this one. Okay. Stem. Okay. I think I have to paint this one, man. I definitely need to have some leaves kind of coming around and pointing this way. Maybe I'll pencil them in first. Just really want to bring the eye back over here. And I suppose I could even have some going off the top of the page. I think I like that idea. I think that'll really help bring this guy to be the focal point also. Okay, so we're getting close to our really important flowers. All right, so here's this one. Let's do this. Let's do it. So this is a study of folding tipped flower petals, right? Okay, and now here's this guy. It's kind of got some curling going on this one here. And sometimes when you do something different to your focal point, that really helps it stand out as well. So I got some really nice curly things going on there. Okay, and then this petal, I mean, this stem is going to come all the way down. And I think that's going to also help this guy really be the focal point. There's a strong vertical line back there. I got two tangents right here, so I don't want to do that. 2 points touching a line. Need to fix that. I'm gonna kind of make this stem disappear over here, I think. And put some stems on the, focal point one itself. So I didn't have any. I mean, did I say stems? I meant leaves, whatever these are. Okay, let's erase some of these lines. Getting a little confused. I remembered what I said about leaving an open space. Maybe that will be a better idea. So I can always add more fine lines in. I think I'm gonna just kind of wait, see if I need more. I do see an empty space right here. Okay, so now let's start putting in these centers. Get this off of here. Sometimes you might need to use another kind of eraser. Gosh. Just pressing way too hard. Okay. So we really need this center guy right in here. And then we can start putting in all of these stamens, and they're really going to make a pretty perfect circle. Might even have just a bit of an indication of the little stems. So those little pointing lines will help. Okay. This one is going to be just a slight indication of a stem on it. It's a little bit elongated. Okay, and then the stamens are going to be like this. We see more of them on this front side than we do on the back side. Or we're basically going to see inside that center a little bit, I guess is what really what we want to do. Okay. All right, and this one, same thing. It really starts down here, the yellow. This is our yellow circle. And there might be just a slight indication of their stems. Okay, that's that one. This one, we don't really see much of it, but the yellow is, there's that center part, really just down here, a couple up there. This one, same thing. You do kind of see this center guy. And all the yellow stamens are inside this shape. I don't want those to have as much focus. We don't even see them on these. This one, same thing. We want to maybe draw that circle back in. Think of it like a cup. It's pointing that way. So we would see the indication of some of these like stameny things going this way. Okay. Later on we can draw lines for these petals to help give the direction of the way that they are going. This one is kind of going like this. I suppose we could draw an outline around that whole center thing. That might help it too. Okay, so then we just have a couple more left to do. Yeah, I probably will do an outline around these. Okay, now this one we'll do. It's almost like now if I were painting it, there's a green center in here. So this is the purple one, the purple thing. Make it a little bit closer. Focus. Oh, it doesn't want to focus, sorry. I'm challenging my camera too much, I guess. Okay. And that's it. That's all the fine lines. Yay! Okay, now let's go back in and do a heavier outline and decide if we need more um, fine lines in between. Okay, so with my '05, I really enjoyed this one. Let's see, what do I really want to emphasize on here? Um, Another sip of coffee. We kind of lost our the way these guys need to bring this back around this way again. So um, maybe I need to connect some shapes a little bit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually put just a couple of these leafy lines in here to connect these together. Oops, I made a tangent there. Oops. So now they're really more connected. We want something kind of going this way too. Okay. All right. Let's use this heavier one. All right. I'm going to really outline the flowers and their stems because I really want that path to happen. Okay. So I just connected them, and I think that helped. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, that would be pretty easy to do the light, ethereal light you're talking about. You can use not titanium white. Oh, now I'm forgetting the name of it. The other white that's sheer. I hate it when I do that. Do you know the one I mean? Oh, that's the first stem I drew. No, it's not the first stem I drew. Okay, and then this one. You can still change your mind and change things a little bit when you come in with your bolder marker. That one's got so much character. Like it. Okay. Then we got this guy. Okay, this stem. Now on this one, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if you do have a tangent, because that again will make him the focal point. Zinc, yes, thank you. You thought of it, yay. Zinc white. Yeah, it's real sheer. Or, if it were a mixed media piece, you could just come back in and use pastel or pencil, white pencil. This would look really pretty in watercolor and do the white with pencil. That would be super easy, I think. All right, so I have this stem here, but then it didn't go anywhere, so let's put him in. Oops. Then this stem. It's not perfect, but okay, so now I'm kind of sitting back and looking, and these two are so strong. This one should maybe continue as if it's coming from here. That would help. I really love this curvy one here and this curvy one here. So since I like it, I'm going to emphasize it a little bit more. You know, why not? Let's see, what other ones? I like this one a lot. Okay, I think I'll do, let's put one that kind of comes around like this. Just want a little bit more emphasis on this one. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then I think I do want to outline around the the main center. I think that, yeah, that helps a lot. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. It doesn't have to be, you know, a solid outline. It can be broken. It's more interesting if it is, I think. Yeah, I think that helped quite a bit. Oh gosh, I've gone pretty long here today, haven't I? So yeah, and then on the stems, like we did, I think we did this yesterday. We did a lot of, um, you can do curves, like a little curved shading on the stems. And then we can do, now this one is the darkest. So it's going to help a lot to have that shading in there. And see how it's just really important that you still look at your reference and get that direction of those lines in there. So line really tells a story. It really describes direction and shape. And then I think I would continue doing that on these. I'm just kind of doing if I were painting this, I really wouldn't do these as straight lines. I would really take the time to get those curves in there the way it does, with the crinkles and whatnot. Oh, I forgot to outline this petal. Whoopsie. And I think putting that tone on the flowers is also helping quite a bit. Okay, and then an outside line. Let's do that. Oops, a little bit messy. Okay, so then I was a little bit off. Bring all these little lines down here. So what do you think? Is this one that you think you might try? Good morning. Oops, I just lost it. Well, that's another photo of this one, which I love. I want to do this one another day. Oh, and we can see what happens is that it's got these stemmy things coming from behind. I have never seen these in person. Have you? They're really cool. They look like a wildflower, right? All right. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try it out. If you do, share it in my free group. You can get this photo over at, where was it? Pixabay. You can get it at Pixabay, or if you want to grab it, I'm going to share it. I could probably share it right in here on YouTube. And then also, if you want to join my free group, hey Jane, good morning. Yeah, I hope you'll try them. I hope you'll do some drawing. Yeah, so you can also grab these photos inside of my free group on Facebook, the Artist at Heart Community by Agnes Friedlander. I love flowers, and this is just beautiful, and I love it in just the way it is. Yeah, it's so wild and pretty, kind of wild. And you saw how I didn't do it exactly the way that you see it, and that's a totally okay. The more you let yourself explore that journey, the more fun that you're going to have, the more inspired you're going to be to do more work. So sometimes sketching is the way in to broadening your, I don't know, your passion and to be inspired. So thank you so, so much. I really enjoyed this one. And I will be back. Let's see, it's Thursday today. I'll be back again tomorrow. I don't remember. I think I do have one scheduled for tomorrow. And I'll be here once again at 6 a.m. You don't have to join me at 6 a.m. Central. If you watch the replay later, that is fabulous, fabulous. Just leave me a comment. Let me know you watched on replay. All right. Have a wonderful day, my friends. Bye.